Hi, Tim Alden again. We're going to show you how to carve these new patterns for our teardrop blanks. They come with a downloadable link when you purchase our earring blanks, and so we'll go ahead and get started here. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and wet this up here and trace our pattern on. I printed it off, packing tape on both sides, cut it out, and I'm going to put it on here. And you want to get it as close to the center as possible, but it's not that big of a deal because you can always cut it better than you trace it. So just going to go over the lines, make sure we get them marked in there. And I just throw a couple extra earring blanks on our masking tape to give me something to put my weight on so my tiny little earring doesn't move all over the place. So there we have our little feathers on there. We'll go ahead and start with our swivel knife and the quill on the feather. We want to be careful not to cut them too deep just because it's a tiny little feather and it will want to kind of mar it up. If you cut the left side first, you can kind of see your distance when you come back and cut your second one. Anytime we have stuff real close together, we usually don't cut it as deep as we normally would. Just kind of helps hold things together. Okay, so now that our swivel knife work is done, we're going to go ahead and bevel these. So we're going to use our #1 regular angled checkered beveler from Berry King. Just because this is pretty small curves and we want to make those curves. Go ahead and finish out this feather. That way we can stay focused for our viewers. Usually I bevel everything that I can from one direction. We'll stay focused on this one feather. You always want the flat part of your beveler towards the element that you're beveling, and that lifts it up out of the leather. Get the rest of this quill over here. We'll go ahead and we'll bevel this other feather here. We might just do a little bit right here first. It's like a mouse trap. Okay, now that we've got our beveling done, we're going to put some shading on this, and we're going to use our vertical lined #1 thumbprint Berry King. And so we just want to come at that natural angle you would see in leaves and feathers. It's a pretty steep angle that comes off of that quill. And we want to tip it back towards the quill, make it deeper and darker. Go ahead and get this one while we're over here. I'm going to go at the opposite angle coming off the other side. Okay, so now that we've gotten that done, we're going to come in with our stylus. We're going to create some lines following that same angle that we did before. We're just going to run that out from that shading and make some kind of coarser lines and really just kind of rough it up. We don't want it too symmetrical, just kind of, as long as it has the proper angle, they can, you know, overlap and just feather it up. Okay, so now that we've got that, we're gonna do our swivel knife cuts, do some decorating. Once again, we're gonna stay with that same angle. We're just gonna kind of every once in a while, kind of start in a little heavier on the quill side and come out a little lighter. Opposite same angle on the other side, and we're just gonna go across from our cuts that we did on the first one. And then we're just going to kind of high center this middle of our swivel knife over that edge. We're going to cut back and just kind of turn out a little bit. Just kind of fray that edge. There we have some feathers. You can color these any way you want. You could just leave them like that, throw some oil on, antique it. You can paint them. You can pretty much Google painted leather feathers and get all sorts of inspiration on that. Well, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like this video on how to carve these feathers for our teardrop earring blanks, and we'll see you for the next one in the series.